talk to Mike in Texas. He wants to talk about 2012. We're talking about this pretty much every day. In the countdown towards the end of the world, they say. 21 days. I don't buy into it. 21 days, 5 hours, 11 minutes, 13 seconds. I guess the website that set this up is gone with their time zone because the world will end in their time zone on that day. That's another question. Which time zone will it end in? Maybe Greenwich Mean Time? Go ahead, Mike. Oh, he just dropped off as I went to him. I love that. Wilson in Florida, 2012 in the Constitution. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, Alex. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. I just wanted to speak in regards to really quickly to 2012. I just think that for sure, if there's going to be anything, it's going to be coming from the government. I don't think anything on this earth is going to be happening naturally like that, especially with the way things are.
I agree, also, but I mean, they could do an EMP or something. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I don't say exactly. I agree with you. And we'll probably see some Hale-Bopp type activity, too. Go ahead.
And I'm definitely glad, you know, the last shows I've been listening to for the last few weeks, you've been just beating the drums, speaking about how the answer is in the tools that our founders gave us, you know. I don't like getting obsessed with characters or people. I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm a fan of the tools that we have, and I'm glad that you just keep emphasizing it. And I think that's just where the key lies. You know, we have the tools, and we just have to have the organization, and then we all use the tools.
I agree with you because of the children that I hear in the background. I mean, we cannot turn our children over to the beast. And what matters is their hearts and their minds and their souls. People need to understand, folks, you do not want to be programmed by this. That's the most valuable thing in life, is being conscious and living in reality. And it doesn't mean any of us are perfect. We all see through rose-colored glasses. But we have just got to ask God to open up our hearts. And I'm not talking about the fake God in these churches, folks. If you ask the creator of the universe into your heart and to give you guidance, you'll find it. And it's now time to hit your knees, folks. Even if you don't believe in the spiritual world, well, then you better get in a room and turn the lights down and just sit down and meditate and think about where the world's going. Because let me tell you, you've got to be in deep bondage to not know we are in grave danger. I am very excited about it, and it has overperformed in the quality, in the sales, and the subscriptions, what I even expected. But because we're always adding stuff right up to the date of publishing it, about 4 or 5 days before it comes out and we have it printed, there are typos in it sometimes. And we're really working on that. It caused kind of a customer service nightmare when we had 2 Octobers. Yes, because, you know, we had an October come out at the start of October, and then because we were about to print it right at the end of October, there was an oversight that it said October on the front. So there were 2 Octobers, an early and a late. It's just, it's kind of cool, you know, because it's a real magazine with our articles and research, but little oversight. And I've noticed, though, in mainstream stuff, you see more and more typos and things because people are using spell checkers. And they expect that if a spell checker says it's fine, so then you'll have just the wrong words in there and things. But there's not as many typos in the new issue, InfoWars magazine. This Man Wants Your Guns, and it even has the right month on the cover, December 2012. And everybody that signs up for a subscription right now, you'll get a couple back issues while supplies last added into the first one and the next 11 that come out. And this is undoubtedly the best one we have produced. They just get better and better. It's got Obama on the front, standing on the American flag or sitting on it. And it says, "This man wants your guns." And it's all about his agenda for the next 4 years, the globalist agenda. And it really wakes people up. And I am just so proud of this new publication. And it exposes everything. Obama wants your guns and the rest of your freedom. Second Amendment in the crosshairs, with all their quotes, all the proof. It's got just all the factoids. It's got information on how they're going to shut down the power plants with the latest proof. And probably my favorite article in here, other than the Ron Paul's entire farewell speech printed on 4 pages, poster size, is there's a big article called "Your Luggage Now Departing. Danger, Travel Advisory, Beware TSA Crime Zones." And this gets into all the robberies they're doing around the country, and a map of it that we have right here on this page, breaking down the most dangerous areas and the taser bracelets they want you to wear and everything else. It really is a phenomenal publication. You can buy them in bulk in groups of 10 up to 100 at cost, or get a subscription, and it's a great gift to give as well. And by the way, I guess people are hot on Ron Paul. Our Financial Implosion first issue sold out. Close to 40,000 copies that we had extra that we didn't put on the street. We put 60,000 on the street or whatever and 40,000 extra. Those sold out in less than 2 days. This, because we printed 100,000 of these and are then holding back 20,000 or so for subscriptions and to sell in bulk at cost. This looks like it's going to sell out in about 4 or 5 days at current rates. So if you want these in bulk at cost with complete Ron Paul farewell address and all the other info to give somebody to warn them about the attack on the Second Amendment, then you need to get your subscription. Obviously, we'll hold some back to cover all the subscriptions. But if you want to buy them in bulk, now is the time to get InfoWars Magazine at InfoWarsStore.com. And you'll get the double October issue, which is related to the November issue about zombie mind control in there. But we're adding more proofreaders and stuff because we always get it right down to the last day. And then we proofread it, but people aren't in a conscious mode. And so stuff like that gets missed. But anyways, real grassroots, print 2.0. And you can also sign up at Infowars.com/newsletter. And always 5 days after the magazine comes out, we'll send you a free digital copy where the links work and everything, and you can turn the pages. You can sign up for free to get the magazine digital copy at Infowars.com. Recently, the Harvard School of Health looked at more than a dozen scientific studies concerning fluoride and confirmed what countless other scientists have been documenting for decades. Sodium fluoride in the body reduces IQ and increases cancers. You see, the aluminum industry and the fertilizer industries would have to pay to store all the toxic waste they produce. But instead, they get our counties and cities to pay to put the poison in our water. It's not just fluoride we're getting, but lead, mercury, arsenic, the list goes on. And a lot of this toxic waste comes from China. Unfortunately, fluoride and its derivatives are only one of hundreds of toxins being added to our drinking water. We're battling the globalist on so many fronts. Health is an area where we can all take control of our lives, and it all starts with that basic building block of water. It is time to purify our family's water. The ProPure filtration system with added fluoride filters is the best system from my research to protect you and your family. InfoWarsStore.com already has the lowest prices on ProPure water filtration. But until December 10th, we are going to offer 15% off the already lowest price. I know what I'm giving my family this Christmas. ProPure. Go to InfoWarsStore.com and get 15% off the already lowest price out there with the code WATER15. WATER15, and you get 15% off at InfoWarsStore.com. But they are announcing massive, absolutely massive tax increases, not just the new income tax increases, but a bunch of other VAT, you name it, to all go to foreign banks, basically. So we'll be breaking all of that down coming up. Right now, let's go to your call. Steve in New Jersey. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Just calling to talk about, I wanted to see if you knew about the Merkaba meditation and how people that were doing the meditation all over the world were having experiences with black helicopters monitoring them.
No, I mean, there's a lot of stuff people claim that I can't prove, but I mean, I know that the government is into psychic stuff and, you know, has the psychic soldier programs and all that. That's been declassified, and the system does believe in it. You know, I know everybody's got a little bit of sixth sense, and I know there are things that are that are not understood. I know I've had many experiences of dreams that come 100% true, and other things. So I know there's stuff going on out there. And I know the system wants to suppress that for the general public. The problem is there's so much quackery and baloney involved in it as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, actually, I got these books. One of them is called The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life by Drunvalo Melchizedek. It has to do with, you know, sacred geometry of the flower of life. It teaches you how to do the Merkaba meditation. And I actually did it myself, and which went against their, you know, you're supposed to actually take the course because it can be dangerous. but I did do it myself. It took a long time, and I was able to do the meditation properly. And it took place in Queens at the Alley Pond Environmental Center. 2 gigantic, super high-tech helicopters flew right past me after I had activated.
Yeah, but they're constantly flying around. It's all part of the establishment. Once I mean, there's just helicopters swarming everywhere. Where I live, at least, black helicopters, green ones, drones. Everybody I know is seeing drones. I've seen them twice. I mean, I saw a Predator, excuse me, a Global Hawk bigger than Dallas, but couldn't get the camera going on the highway, and by the time it's gone over it, I mean, it was like going almost stall speed, like 100 miles an hour, it looked like, or less. And I mean, it was a Global Hawk or something just like it, and I saw that little drone that I got video of that the highway department had. I mean, I got video. I pulled over. That was the controller. Got video of that. Rob Dew's sister saw the police running them on the hike and bike trail. That's another thing. Now they got police on the hike and bike trail running around. It's just no end to it. But the illegal aliens are, doing whatever they want downtown. Good to hear from you. I appreciate your call. Dylan in Florida, you're on the air. Quick, go ahead.
Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Good.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. And I just want to say all this 2012 stuff, we know the world's not going to end, but I think it will be a perfect opportunity for the government to take advantage of it. You can already tell the propaganda, they're already hyping it all up. And it's to come and get the guns and get TSA on the street. And I just want to know what you thought about all that and what's your opinion on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the governments always want a goon force that doesn't even have to go to a law enforcement or police college, and that's what TSA is. They're setting the precedent where they can give somebody a 2-week course and have them come take your guns. I mean, that's the new, minimum wage goon force. But who knows? I'm sure there'll be some suicides. I'm sure there'll be some craziness just because of the incredible media hype. I mean, a lot of people think the world's going to end in 21 days or 22 days or whatever it is, and it's just asinine.
For me, that's the main clue right there, just how the media props it up and talks about it. And another thing about the TSA, just today I've seen 3 TSA, big SUV, it's TSA right on the side, lights, had a car pulled over, the highway and everything. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, TSA pulling cars over. I know. They're right here in Austin now. Sometimes you'll see a big, giant, black-wheeled tank drive by with Homeland Security on it. And they bug their eyes out at you, too, man. You're an American scum. It's what an occupying army would act like. Well, actually, an occupying army would act friendlier. This is a group that hates you and hates your family, literally. They just want to grow up your family. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Babylon system is the vampire.
And the vampires love taking the toxic waste of fertilizer mines and aluminum and dumping it in your water. Not just sodium fluoride, but hundreds of chemicals. That's why we sell and promote, and I use the Pro Pure water filtration system. I brought the sale back until December 10th. You'll hear ads running. 15% off. We got them in stock. We already had the lowest price before that. 15% off is 15% off, above and beyond the best deal on the Pro Pure gravity-fed stainless steel water filters that start at $189 with 15% off. I don't know, what is that? $150 or something or less. The point is, they're all available right now, and they're great to give as gifts or it's $185, excuse me, with 15% off, so it goes down even lower. I don't know, what is 15% off $185? And it doesn't have plastic spigots. It's got stainless steel spigots as well. It's got the fluoride filters. All the water filtration products have got discounts. Promo code WATER15, WATER15. Infowarstore.com or call 888-253-3139. It's $157. There you go. That's how much it's off from $185. Let's, $28 off on the basic unit. Let's talk to Dave. Talking about employers and vaccines. I should have talked about this more. Now, all over the country, engine manufacturers, tire manufacturers, soda pop factories. You will take flu shots in this whole list of other shots or you will be fired. And it's totally criminal. A, it's deadly, doesn't protect you, lowers your immunity, and it's just so evil. It's one step closer to Chinese factories where they do that and have forced abortions to work at the Apple factories that's come out. I mean, it's just pure evil. And they're also, courts are really, they're going to give kids shots without parental consent. That's in the news today. Dave in Connecticut, what's your take on this? I see that's in the line there that says employers and vaccines. Real quick, what's going on with you?
Alex, we have a Patriot emergency up here. That's the only way I can put it. I've been a listener since '98, and the local hospital, Waterbury Hospital, has informed their employees that if they don't get a flu shot by tomorrow, Friday afternoon, November 30th, at 5 p.m., they will be subject to a 2-week suspension.
Yeah, you got to sue them. You got to sue them for religious rights. You've got to sue them for for medical tyranny. And bring in the eugenics hearings of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and then you can present in the court case to the jury all the evidence of it, doubling your chances of it, of getting the flu, and the insert that could cause neurological disorder. And because they can't have a policy to make you do things like this to yourself, it's discriminatory. They must be sued. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's what we're asking for right now, Alex, and we may very well do that. The union is looking into it at the hospital, one of the unions. We're asking that your listeners, if they help us, just to call the Waterbury Hospital switchboard.
Sure, they've already tried this. They've already tried this, by the way, 5 times the last 10 years. They're back. You will defeat them. You must sue them with an injunction. You bring in the medical stuff. You get a lawyer that knows what they're doing. You will beat these people. Okay, because they're doing this everywhere now, not just the hospital. Next, they want to make the cops and firefighters take it. So look out, cops. They tried this in '02. They're going to make you do this, too. Anyone who goes to a hospital, whoever works there, tearing out trash, food service, you name it. Yes, I was aware of that. It's happening nationwide, but I was aware of the town you're in. Give us the number.
203-573-6000. That's 203-573-6000. The CEO is Darlene Stromstead, Stromstead. If you could just leave a one-line phone message to all you listeners that say that you object to their flu policy of forced vaccination of their employees. Just leave the phone message at the main switchboard for Darlene.
And by the way, that is the number to Waterbury Hospital. We don't really let people just give numbers out, but I can tell by your tone that you're for real. We checked it, and I was already aware of Waterbury doing that. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.